I'm Emily Hiner. I am a ceramic artist and currently studying at Cornell College, getting my bachelor's in studio art. For me, ceramics or pottery or just working in clay is therapeutic or healing. I get to make something, an actual artwork, something that will outlive me, but then being able to give it to somebody else or to gift it onto somebody or make it in memory of somebody else. But just for my piece to have a function and maybe to help somebody else smile or just to feel better, and then it just also makes me feel better knowing that, you know, this little guy has a home. The feelings that I encounter while I'm throwing can be a range. Some days it's just not a good day at all and pieces just keep flopping and I could get really frustrated. Other days I feel pretty good about myself. I feel, you know, successful and I feel like I made progress on something today or I was efficient. When I get to those achievements, it just makes you feel good. Well, with my work, I hope to kind of continue on a legacy of my mentor and all the other instructors that I've had over the years. Just make sure that this is centered. Learn different things from every single one of them and to carry that on in my making. That would be hopefully to make them proud. But then to hopefully have my own future business where it'd be a gallery space and a studio space, as my mentor once had. That would be the ultimate dream or outcome for my pieces and kind of their significance. Angela White, she was the first person who introduced me to throwing on the wheel. She taught me how to throw and really built my confidence over the high school years. She introduced me to her mother, Maria, who I'd say is my top mentor. Moving on to college, I didn't want to leave her, but then I met Zach Wallert, and he really helped me expand in my wheel throwing techniques. He taught me, you know, different things about firing and firing up to higher temperatures and introducing me to work that, you know, you can put into the dishwasher or microwave, which is so nice instead of, you know, having to hand wash all the time. Super happy for him. He's now the chair of ceramics at the Arkansas Museum of Art. Then I got to meet Amethyst Warrington, and she taught us so much sculptural technique, and I never really did care for sculpting all that much, but I've gained a new appreciation because of it. So she was wonderful to have as the last kind of mentor teacher at Kirkwood. And then now coming into Cornell for my last years of college, Susanna Biondo Jamel, she is the head of the art department, and she's my advisor, and then of course my overseeing professor for my student senior exhibition. She has pushed me to get out of my comfort zone and to try new things with wheel throwing or application of glaze, and she's just been a big supporter and motivator. During high school, we'd have Thursday night art nights, and so every single Thursday night I'd go and throw on the wheel, and anybody could work on whatever they wanted to work on. my high school art teacher, Angela White, she was working on a personal project or maybe a commission for somebody else. And so she had her mom come in. And that was my very first time ever meeting her. And she was thrown on the wheel, and this woman was about maybe 4 foot tall, Italian, sassy woman, super sweet. And I'm thrown on the wheel, she's thrown on the wheel across from me, and we just start talking, and I just fell in love with her personality. It wasn't until like almost to my senior year of high school that my high school instructor, Angela, she said, you know what, if you missed this over the summer, you need to come to my mom's shop in Monticello and continue working. So I took her up on it. I went over to her shop, and it was gorgeous. I remember walking in, and she comes around the corner, 4 foot tall person. She comes over and gives me the biggest squeeze, and she's like, finally you're here. And I just started working that summer, and she taught me some tricks on the wheel, and she taught me some of her techniques in sgraffito, which is Italian for to carve and to play. So sgraffito is a surface decoration technique that she really thrived in. And she taught me, how to carve flowers into surfaces, because that was something I always found extremely neat about her work. And as I got to know her more, the more comfortable we got, and I got to see more of her true personality come out. She was a very independent businesswoman. She would also have people come in who had mental and physical disabilities, and that was a huge thing for me, because that's primarily my friend group. That's what I really enjoy about her and her work. She was 72 when I met her, and over the years, I think she smoked her entire life. She also was always around like ceramic dust, and that can cause serious damage to the lungs. But she still was her spunky self. She was diagnosed with COPD, but she was trooper about it, still her sassy self. And towards the end of her life, I had a showing at a gallery. And I talked with Angela, and I said, please, if she's not doing well today, she doesn't have to come. She came. And that was wonderful to see her that night, and she made me a piece that I truly treasure. And about 2 months afterwards, she passed. I want to do what she did. That's the real goal with all this. It is something that I really do want to do, and try to continue that legacy.